Forget it, you ain't got it like I got it. Nah, I'm with it, you ain't bout it like I'm bout it.
What's happening, beautiful people? My name is Dirty Mike and welcome to the top 5 goalkeepers in FIFA Ultimate Team. And this is going to be a little bit controversial. Things could get messy, especially with goalkeepers where so much is based on personal preference. So bear with me, drop a comment, let me know, do you agree with my top 5? Do you disagree? Which players would you interchange? And if we could smash 450 to 500 likes on this video, that would be outstanding. And before I get started, if you guys need Ultimate Team coins, check out FIFAcoinstoday.com. The links will be in the description, and make sure to use the code MICHS09, M-I-C-H-S-09, in order to get an additional 10% off on every single purchase. To kick things off, we've got the honorable mentions. These fellas just missed the cut, and it begins with Hugo Lloris. 6'2", one of the better keepers in the BPL. He's got fantastic reactions, but unfortunately I think his positioning could be a bit better. It can be a little bit of a letdown, and I wish he was about 6'3", 6'4", just personal preference. Speaking of size, we've got Mr. Hands Courtois, and this guy would actually make it into my top 5 if he was just more consistent. Unfortunately, I've had some of the best games ever from a goalkeeper with the Belgium International, and then I've had other matches where I think he's been extremely suspect. I can't count on him. He's not in the right place at the right time, and he's also very slow. And then lastly, we've got Helton, in my opinion, the best Brazilian goalkeeper in FIFA 14. He's 6'2", very acrobatic. He's got good speed. He closes a lot of angles well, and he just gets off his butt back and forth, back and forth. He can make multiple saves quickly. Love using Helton this year. In the second round of honorable mentions, we've got some familiar faces, and I think that Adler is one of those lovely overall statistical geniuses. He's German, he links up with a lot of different players. He's just missing that special something to bump him into the next category, to get him into my top 5. And I know a lot of people love Handanovic this year, and I think that he is pretty special. The only problem I have with him is he gets to a lot of shots, he gets to a lot of balls, but he bobbles a lot of them, and I've been conceding a lot of rebounds with him, and I just think there's a couple better keepers actually from his league, and that's why I had to leave him on the bench just outside the top 5. And then my man Begovic, and this guy's a set piece specialist. He's 6'6", he stops everything high, he's a real dominant force in the air versus corner kicks, versus lobs inside the box, versus crosses, and that's why I had to put him on my list. If you need to shut down wing play, Begovic is your man. At number 5 in the countdown, we've got the legendary Mr. Buffon, and he's 6'3", 90 for diving, 90 for positioning, and he's one of those keepers that always impresses me. Right place at the right time. I know there have been some criticism this year. People have been struggling with him, especially as an 86 overall, but for me, he's been money. He's been where he needs to be, and I would feel like I was hoeing him out, not doing it justice if I left him out of my countdown. Next to Buffon, we've got another Italian playing in the Serie A, and I actually think that Marchetti is just an upgraded version of Buffon this year. He feels very similar in some of the best characteristics about Buffon, but then he has that younger athleticism, and he stretches out much better. He gets to most things on the pitch. I don't think anyone can put in the comments that Marchetti has been a struggle or a keeper that's very difficult to use, or he's been a big disappointment, so he's got to be in that top 5. Keeping that Italian stallion vibe, moving in the right direction, we've got Sirigu, and I don't think anyone can argue that he's hands down the best keeper in the French league. And he's just very consistent, and that's what I've always stressed about goalkeepers. You want someone you can count on. He stretches to nearly everything. He's good at just about everything. I wish he caught the ball a little bit better, and that's why there's a couple more keepers ahead of him, but he's still premium quality and a must-have. The runner-up position goes to Petr Cech, and this guy was designed, he was built, he was created to be a goalkeeper. He's 6'5", and he has some of the stickiest hands in the game. And I really feel that this year, number 1 and number 2 on my countdown are hands down the best goalkeepers, and they're on a different level, almost like Ronaldo and Ibra. They have their own pedigree, their own tier. But yeah, Petr Cech is the man. If you're making a BPL squad and you don't have this guy as your number 1 choice, what are you doing? Make it happen. Top in the charts, we've got the German shutdown goalkeeper Neuer. I call him Mr. Green myself because his stats look oh so pretty, and he's 6'3", and you just have to be perfect to beat him, and he does not concede goals from distance. Never, never, never. I think he's the best goalkeeper in terms of defending long shots, finesse shots, anything like that. He gets a hand on it, and you literally have to place it in the corner. You have to have it upper 90. It needs to be driven with full power in order to beat Neuer, and that's why he costs so much money, and he's worth that investment. He's worth that value, and you see him in almost every single wager squad. If they've got a Bundesliga team, they are going to be using Neuer every day of the week. So if you enjoyed the video, drop a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, follow me on Twitter at MICHS09USA, and I'll have a lot more content come for you ASAP.
Forget it, you can't do it like I did it. Never sleeping, only dreaming, still believing in the vision.